Hi everyone, what's up? So welcome back to another episode of this modern Taoist lifestyle, and you see today we have some fun using the Kindle Paperwhite. And to start it off, we're going to eat with you guys. You basically add the egg, cheese and everything together, and you still get some liquidy egg. Okay, today's topic is going to be on chanting. Before you actually do some chanting, we're going to dig into this because you know why? A lot of the disciples in the lineage, they wake up and go and do their morning chanting without eating properly. Today, making this video, I'm going to show you by doing it, eating it before I actually film everything. No BS Taoism. Let's go.
無量天尊
Hi everyone, welcome back to the Modern Taoist Show. This is your Sifu right here, and today we're going to dig into the topic of chanting. And actually, what is chanting, and do you need to actually learn that stuff? Now, if you do research online with different religion, the chanting style between, like, let's say the Japanese, the Chinese, the Westerners, and whatever other things, they are like all very different. So which one is supposed to be the right one, and which one actually works, and why does it work? What does it do, chanting? So before we begin, let's go and subscribe and like. Okay guys, so we're back. Today's is a tech review to start off with, because chanting used to be a pain in the ass. It used to be very annoying because you have to like have those big books and you have to flip it with a stick, like in the ancient format. And also the words are very hard to read because they don't put the like the period, the comma and all that. They don't put that on it, and it's so hard to read. So if you actually bang into those Chinese temples and look at the old style of the chanting stuff, it's very hard to read. And of course, it's not friendly for anyone trying to learn if they don't know the language. Now, to be honest, even you know the language, you won't be enjoying that because of the way how it's printed and so on. So this is my new gadget. It's a Kindle Paperwhite 2019. It has the warm light feature, USB-C charging, and it's very, very long lasting. So far, I have been using this as my Taoism must have to-go gear, and I really recommend this to all my disciples. If you are learning in the lineage and you want to have, you know, something that is like going to help you learn, make sure you get one of these. And also, the good thing is it can read ebooks and PDF, so you just need to hook that up to your PC and download the PDF that I made, which is like this one. Okay, it has the English, Chinese, and also the pinyin, like how you chant, and everything is going to be so easy to follow as well as easy to learn, because I know how it feels, you know, like people trying to learn without a Chinese background, and they look at this thing as like so like that. Okay, so I made it easy for you guys, but you also need the proper device. Now, can you use your phone? Can you use a tablet? Yes, you can. Okay, it's not gonna like kill you reading a PDF off the phone, but my own personal experience is this thing works really well. Okay, like it's just so good. And there's a little trick right here. If you go out of this thing and go to the search bar, you can type the squiggly line DS and then press enter. That is going to turn off the screensaver, and it's going to not make this thing go away. So if you display something, This one, I have a symbol, and you're going to use your sword finger and draw on top for practice. After you're done practicing, you press this one, and it has the spell. So in case you forget about what the spell is, you can, oh, okay. And then next symbol. And that's the next symbol you're going to draw, right? And you okay? So it makes it so nice. But with my hacks, or not really a hack, but anyway, you use that command, and this thing don't turn away. So if, let's say, you really want to, oh, by the way, it also had the table of content, like I made it. So nice, huh? If I want to put this up as a display, right, that's my sun pie. So you can actually like just put it there. It's not going to consume any battery. And you can put it there for days without charging, and it's still going to look like that. Wow, it's like when I don't need it, I can just put it on one page that I really want to show as a display and put it there, and it will be like one of the display. I can even make it magical. Like if I actually use this and I put a fu, right? Let's say, okay, for example, let's say this is a fu, okay? So I can actually put it on this page, okay? Set off that screensaver, put it here somewhere, stand up, and I can do magic to it and activate that fu right away, and it's going to have a like short-term magic going on as well. So it can be like a really nice tool to have in the office if you're like working, like sitting there 24/7. People backstabbing you, you point to the fu, put it there, and then do your magic to activate it, and boom, magic is started. So nice, huh? Okay, so that's for the tech part. We're not gonna get too techy, so let's jump into the main topic of why we chant and what chanting is about, and let's go.
木楞听君
So, what is chanting? Chanting is you're like singing, and it is not like reading. It's like a way you have to use your energy to sing the scripture and everything in that book. And who are you singing to? Like, why are you doing it? Well, in Taoism and in many other religions, it's basically really alike. What it is about is you are chanting, you're singing that stuff to the God that you're connected to. Let's say you're a Christian Catholic, you pray to your God, right? So you chant, you're showing your God that I'm chanting the stuff that you gave us. Well, in Taoism, it's the same. We have our God passed down the knowledge and wisdom and everything. It now into a book, a piece of like a document, and now you're like going to chant it in a way to show your heart, your commitment, and so on to the God. Okay, that's one thing, okay? So showing the heart and commitment, what does it do anyway? Like, are you doing this and will it work? Well, what is work? Well, let's say someone is sick, okay? You do the chanting, will that guy be like not sick? Well, instantly, no, it's not gonna be like that, okay? Now, chanting is only part of it, like cooking, right? You can't just say like frying or like marinating. Like one step is not enough. When you combine chanting with other things, it becomes a whole ceremony, a ritual, like what we call a fasi, like a whole like set menu of stuff. Like you have a combination of things, and now that thing is gonna work. That is the actual magic work. So chanting is part of it. You never just chant. Number one is you need to connect to the God. Okay, connect to the God. You need to be able to do that. If you're not in the lineage, you can't do it. So in order to connect to the God, you need to use your heart spell. Now, if you don't have your heart spell yet, you need to wait. No heart spell, no connection, no phone, no surface. You can't connect to anything. Okay, so yeah. Once you're ordained, you have your heart spell. Your heart spell need cultivation, and you need to build up the power and make it work. Okay, just like you got a phone, you got surface, you need to set it up, right? Okay, now you get a connection. If you have an altar already in the lineage, you have to open the altar, just like you have to open your computer. The second thing we do is to tell the God why we're doing it, and so on. So we have to burn incense. burning incense is basically like a timer. Incense burn, right? The incense go down. Incense is a timer. So you want to burn this timer to start the whole session, telling the god, okay, this is the beginning of this whole thing, and we're doing it because, well, let's say we're doing it because of the people who get sick in this area and so on, right? So, okay, your god have to know why you're doing the whole thing, right? If you never tell the god and you think you're doing it, it doesn't work. You need to tell the other side, I am doing this, let's say, for my mom to have a faster recovery, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so you got the main idea of like why you're doing this chanting thing. You tell the god, right? Now, the first thing is you need to have a method for the power to be deployed. Okay, so how to deploy the power? For example, let's say you have a food, or you have a charm, you have an object, some kind of drink, something that can contain the power. Okay, let's say in this case we have a bunch of fruits. Okay, I'm going to bring this fruit and go to somewhere and gift it to people so they can eat the fruit and then have the power go inside them. Okay, so I put the fruit up and then I tell the god, these fruits are for the ceremony. So, you know, after I'm done, please put your power into here and I'm going to give it to the people and save them from whatever things, right? Okay, so I put it there and then we begin the chanting. The chanting is you and the god both combine the power together. As you chant, you build up a bunch of power, pre-heaven energies, and then these things go up and deploy into that fruits or whatever you're working on. So all that power while you're chanting, you're like gathering them up into the altar, into a place, and then take that from the altar and put it on the fruit. For example, like in actual execution, it will be like, I have a cup of water, okay? The water, I write some symbols on it and marking that the water is going to be the energy carrier, okay? So we do the chanting, blah, 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 and then we're going to take the water, go on top of the incense and then circle and grab the power from the incense and from the pot, not the incense. And then we're going to take it and then you have to do stuff to the fruit. For example, you drink a sip and then like spit into this area and the fruit is there, right? And then you sprinkle and sprinkle. Now you deploy the power. Okay, we have to build the power and then take it and then deploy it onto the fruits. Now after everything is done, we do our final concluding, which is you have to bow and say thank you and so on, right? After you say thank you, okay, you take the fruit and close the altar and the ceremony, and now you can give the stuff to whoever is needed. That is the whole routine, why, like how it works. And chanting is not that mysterious, but it really takes time to build up the power. It's not your power, it's the God's power. You'll be thinking, so if the God is so powerful, why don't he just like boom and save the people? Well, the thing is, like, look, outside there's a sun, right? The sun is so powerful. Why don't it just burn everything up? Okay, the God is not here locally. You need to ask the God for help. The God have to put it somewhere, and you have to take it and then be able to deploy it. It's just like saying, when you're young, right? Your father and mother is so powerful. Why don't they just do everything for you? Well, you gotta pee and poop yourself. You gotta eat yourself. You cannot just have everyone do things for you. You got to do your part, right? So the God has the power and knowledge and everything for you. You need to take it and use it. At the end of the day, chanting. What is chanting? Chanting is a way to ask the God for help. And also the chanting is a way to build up the power from like at the altar. Then you can take it, deploy it, and put it somewhere and gift it to someone. Okay, now normally, like every day we chant as well. We don't just chant for something like, oh, I request. We also chant every day as a way to cultivate, to train, like bodybuilding, you know, like an exercise. So every day when we chant, we are cultivating the power inside ourselves. Then when we actually need to use it, we can actually build up that big power and actually use it. So if you never build up power, like you never chant on your normal day and then you just chant when you need it, the chanting, like that power is not going to be very powerful. So chanting, it needs to be done every day, and at least you're chanting a little bit of things every day. Like maybe not the whole thing or not a bunch, but at least you got to do something. So every day we have 3 rites: morning, evening, and noon. You don't have to do them all. You can pick one and then just do one every day. If you skim through the word and read it, it's about 20-ish minute for the whole thing. Now, if you chant, it should be about 1 hour about. Okay, so basically that's how you're going to chant. You're going to hold this thing, okay, our favorite Kindle Paperwhite, and you're going to chant like that. Now, of course, you don't just go like that. You have to dress up properly. You have to go to the altar, burn incense, and do all the prep work to start up the thing. Just like you want to have a Zoom call, right? You got to go to the computer, boot up the computer, open the program, turn on the camera. Everything needs to be done in order for that to happen. So when we chant, there's a lot of things that is going on. And we have magic tools being used as well. So you can see we're like hitting the wooden fish, hitting the hang like tok 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 dong, like that, right? All that stuff, that is important. They are like you're using your computer. You need controllers, you need keyboard, you need mouse, right? So you don't just speak, you have to use the tool as well. Chanting is a big topic. As you learn, you will know more about it. And when you are not actually chanting, you can read the scripture and such to learn about what they actually mean and so on. But do you need to actually know what it means for it to work? No, it doesn't. You can just chant like you're singing a Japanese song, Korean song. You don't need to know what it means. Okay, you need to know in general, this is like a song for like break up people, or this is a song like very sad, very happy. You need to know that kind of thing, but you don't need to know exactly what each word means at the moment. Okay, so it gets better when you know more, but you don't need to know in order for it to work. You need to follow that thing. Now, chanting, there's a lot of things. I just ran out of time, so we're going to end this video really quickly by doing a little demo of this passage, which we call 保会. Okay, now this is a special chanting method in our lineage. So if you're in our lineage, you will be learning that. It's in all the 3 rites for the daily rites. So let's go. You are me. 宁啊天啊，我那那个山呢我那他能也能Okay, that's 保会. So as we do this, we actually walk around the altar's area to mark the perimeter of the space and saying, okay, this is the channeling and connecting area for the god to connect and channel down their powers here. So we walk around in circles as we chant this. So basically it's memorized. But today we're gonna show you how it's done with this. So we're gonna hold it and chant. That's how it looks like. Anyway, so hope you like this second video, and don't forget to subscribe, share, and so on. We also strongly encourage you to join our Instagram, because we have been posting fun videos right there, and they're like shorter video that you can watch, like 15 minutes. Okay, so hope you like those as well, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.